Stop. Before you pack that bag for your next flight, you need to see this. TSA just rolled out what they're calling upgrades at airports nationwide. Faster lines, smarter scanners, touchless security. Sounds great, right? A 68-year-old from Denver thought so too, until she spent 45 minutes in additional screening because the new scanner flagged her pill organizer. She missed her connection. Cost her $340 to rebook. A retired teacher from Phoenix kept his laptop in his bag like the sign said. Got pulled aside anyway. The agent? First day on the job. Didn't know the new rules yet. And a 72-year-old couple from Tampa paid $90 in Confirm ID fees because they didn't know their driver's licenses expired, and TSA's new system has zero tolerance. Listen, I've spent the last month analyzing these changes, speaking with former TSA supervisors, and tracking down travelers who've been blindsided by what's really happening at checkpoints in 2026. I'm revealing the 8 things TSA changed this year that are making security slower, more confusing, and more expensive. And number 3 alone is costing travelers over $55 an average of $280 per trip. Here's exactly what they're doing and how to protect yourself. Number 8, the new agent lottery. Walk into any major airport right now, and there's a coin flip happening you don't even know about. TSA hired over 6,000 new officers between January and April 2026. That's thousands of agents learning on the job while you're trying to catch your flight. A 70-year-old from Seattle had her bag searched for 12 minutes. The reason? A brand new agent spent the entire time measuring every single bottle in her liquids bag with a ruler. Every single one. She'd packed the same bag for 15 years, never had an issue. This time, she nearly missed boarding. Why does this happen? New agents follow the rule book like it's scripture. They don't have the experience to know what's actually a threat versus what's just a tube of arthritis cream. And TSA knows this. They're counting on you not knowing that you can politely ask for a supervisor if screening is taking too long. Here's what you do. Pack your 311 liquids bag at the very top of your carry-on so it's easy to pull out. If an agent seems uncertain, calmly say, "I'd appreciate a supervisor's input on this." Arrive 30 minutes earlier than you used to. New agents mean longer waits. Rule of thumb. If you see a TSA agent with a bright yellow training badge, expect your screening to take 3 to 5 minutes longer than normal. Think that's frustrating? Wait until you see what they're doing with their new scanners. Number 7. The CT scanner confusion. TS. They spent $1.3 billion on new CT scanners. They promised these machines would speed everything up. You could keep your laptop in your bag, leave your liquids packed, breeze right through. But here's the catch nobody's talking about. A 66-year-old from Boston flew out of Logan Airport on a Monday. The new CT scanner was there. She kept everything in her bag like the sign said. No problem. 2 weeks later, same airport, same terminal, different checkpoint, old scanner. She kept her laptop in her bag again. Her bag got flagged. She got pulled aside. The agent said, "Ma'am, you need to remove electronics." She said, "But last time..." He cut her off. Different machine. Different rules. The confusion is the strategy. Only about 250 airports have these new CT scanners installed, and even then, not every checkpoint has them. You could go through Terminal A with a CT scanner, then return through Terminal B with the old equipment. The rules flip depending on which line you're in. Here's what you do. Always pack like you'll need to remove your laptop and liquids, even if you don't. Look for signs that say CT checkpoint or keep items in bag. If there's no sign, ask the agent before you start unloading. Do I need to remove electronics? Pro tip. The new CT scanners have a larger boxy shape and usually have a blue LED light strip. If you see that, you can likely keep items packed. But even if you navigate the scanner lottery correctly, there's something else that's catching travelers completely off guard. Number 6. The facial recognition trap. TSA calls it touchless ID. They say it's faster, more secure, more convenient. What they don't tell you? It's expanding to 65 airports by spring 2026, and it's creating a two-tier system that punishes anyone who opts out. A 69-year-old from Atlanta arrived at Hartsfield-Jackson. 2 lines, one for facial recognition, one for traditional ID check. The facial recognition line had 8 people. The traditional line had 47. She waited 35 minutes, while the other line moved in 6. The pressure is real, and it's by design. TSA says the facial scans are voluntary and that your photo gets deleted within 24 hours. But in 2024, a TSA subcontractor had a data breach that exposed 190,000 facial recognition images. Those photos weren't supposed to exist anymore, but they did. Senators from both parties introduced the Traveler Privacy Protection Act specifically because they don't trust TSA's promises about data deletion. Here's what you do. You can always opt out. Just say, "I'd like to opt out of facial recognition." They must process you through traditional ID check without penalty, though the line may be longer. If you have TSA PreCheck, your face is already in the system if you uploaded a passport photo. Insider move. If you're uncomfortable with facial recognition but want speed, get to the airport during off-peak hours, Tuesday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., when traditional lines are shorter. Here's where most travelers get completely blindsided. Number 5. The PreCheck Scam. You paid $78 for TSA PreCheck. You thought you were buying shorter lines and faster screening. In 2026, you're not getting what you paid for. A 67-year-old from Dallas has had PreCheck for 6 years. She used to breeze through security in 3 to 4 minutes. Last month at DFW, the PreCheck line wrapped around the terminal. She waited 22 minutes. The regular line next to her? 25 minutes. She paid $78 to save 3 minutes. Why is this happening? 34% of all travelers now have PreCheck. When it launched, it was exclusive. Now it's crowded. And with the new CT scanners and automated screening lanes rolling out to regular security, the benefits of PreCheck are disappearing. Even the TSA updated their marketing. It used to say, average wait time, 5 minutes. Now it says 98% of passengers wait less than 10 minutes. That's double the time, and they're trying to make it sound like a win. Here's what you do. If your PreCheck is up for renewal, check your home airport's average PreCheck wait times first. Ask at the airport information desk. Consider Clear. Instead, if your airport has it, it's more expensive, $189 per year, but often faster. If you fly less than 4 times a year, PreCheck might not be worth renewing. Rule of thumb. PreCheck is only worth it if you fly out of smaller airports, under 10 million passengers per year, or if you fly more than 6 times annually. All right, I need to pause here for a second. If you're finding this valuable, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button right now. It helps other travelers discover these secrets. And subscribe so you never miss my insider airport hacks. Now, this next one is where TSA is hitting travelers in the wallet. Number 4. The automated lane trap. TSA is rolling out automated screening lanes at major airports. They look high-tech. Multiple people can load bins at once. Bins return automatically. Sounds efficient, right? A 73-year-old from Orlando went through one of these lanes at MCO. She did what she always does, waited for the person in front of her to finish before stepping up to load her bag. Big mistake. The TSA agent barked at her. "Ma'am, you can use any open station. You're holding up the line." She got flustered, dropped her phone, had to repack everything. The faster system made her screening take twice as long. Nobody explains how these lanes work. TSA assumes you'll just figure it out, and if you don't, you're the problem. Here's what you do. In automated lanes, don't wait in a single file line. Move to any open loading station immediately. The station closest to the X-ray machine goes first, regardless of who was there first. Load your bins quickly and push them forward. Don't wait for them to move automatically. Pro tip: if you're traveling with a companion, split up and take 2 different stations. You'll both get through faster. But even if you master the automated lanes, there's one item that's getting people detained. Number 3. The medication minefield. TSA says medications are allowed. They say you can bring them in any amount. What they don't tell you is that their new CT scanners flag medications more than anything else. A 68-year-old from Minneapolis traveled with her daily prescriptions in a pill organizer. She's done this for 10 years, never an issue. In 2026, the new CT scanner flagged it. The agent pulled her aside, opened the organizer, asked her to identify every single pill. She couldn't remember which white pill was her blood pressure med versus her cholesterol med. The agent called a supervisor. They Googled the pill imprints. It took 18 minutes. She missed her flight. The reason? CT scanners create 3D images of your bag. Dense objects, like a pill organizer with 20 different medications, look suspicious to the algorithm. The machine flags it automatically. Here's what you do. Keep medications in their original prescription bottles with labels visible. If you use a pill organizer, take a photo of each prescription bottle before you pack. Declare medications to the TSA agent before screening. I have prescription medications in my bag. The magic phrase, if they question your medications, say, these are prescription medications for a medical condition. I have documentation if needed. This signals you're prepared and usually speeds up the process. Insider move. Pack a printed list of your medications with dosages and prescribing doctor's name. It's not required, but it can cut screening time in half. This next one is even worse. Number 2. The $45 oops tax. February 1st, 2026. TSA quietly introduced something called Confirm ID. It sounds helpful. It's not. A 71-year-old from Phoenix showed up to Sky Harbor for a flight to visit her grandkids. She grabbed her wallet, her boarding pass, headed to security. The TSA agent asked for her ID. She handed over her driver's license. Ma'am, this expired 3 months ago. She didn't even realize. In Arizona, licenses for seniors last until age 65. After that, they expire every 5 years. She forgot to renew. The agent said, you can pay $45 for Confirm ID and we'll verify your identity another way. She paid it. What choice did she have? But here's the kicker. Confirm ID takes up to 30 minutes of additional screening. She paid $45 and still almost missed her flight. TSA introduced this fee to fund biometric expansions. Translation, they're charging you $45 to fix their problem when you forget your ID, and they're using that money to install more facial recognition systems. Here's what you do. Check your ID expiration date right now. Put a reminder in your phone for 60 days before it expires. If you're 65 plus, many states have different renewal schedules. Verify yours at your state DMV website. Carry a backup ID, passport card, or global entry card all work. The magic phrase, if you realize at the airport your ID is expired, ask, is there a supervisor who can help expedite my Confirm ID process? Sometimes they can shave 10 to 15 minutes off the wait. Okay, here's the one that's causing the most problems. Number 1, the Real ID reckoning. This is the big one. The one that's costing travelers the most money and causing the most missed flights. Starting February 1st, 2026, TSA began strictly enforcing Real ID requirements. No more warnings, no more grace periods. If your ID isn't compliant, you're paying that $45 Confirm ID fee or you're not flying. A 74-year-old couple from Michigan showed up to Detroit Metro. They had their driver's licenses. Valid, not expired, but no star in the corner. The agent said, these aren't Real ID compliant. You'll each need to pay $45 for Confirm ID, $90 total, plus 30 minutes of additional screening. They missed their flight anyway, had to rebook for the next day. Hotel near the airport, $180. New flights, $340 each. Total cost of not having a Real ID, $950. TSA didn't warn them. The airline didn't warn them. They just showed up and got hit with a bill. Here's what you do. Check your driver's license right now. Look for a star, usually in the upper right corner. If there's no star, go to your state DMV website and schedule a real ID appointment immediately. Bring your birth certificate, social security card, and 2 proofs of address. Utility bills work. Rule of thumb: getting a real ID takes 2 to 4 weeks in most states. Don't wait until the week before your trip. Backup plan: if you can't get a real ID in time, use your passport for domestic flights. It's always accepted. Pro tip: some states, like California and New York, offer enhanced driver's licenses that work for domestic flights and land border crossings to Canada/Mexico. If you travel to either country, get the enhanced version. Look, knowing these 8 TSA changes won't matter if you show up to the airport and your flight's already been canceled or delayed. A 69-year-old from Nashville knew every TSA rule, packed perfectly, got through security in 8 minutes, sat at the gate for 3 hours because of a crew scheduling issue the airline never told her about. Missed her cruise departure, lost $4,200. Most travelers don't realize airlines are hiding flight delays and cancellations until the last possible minute, and it's costing them thousands in missed connections and ruined trips. In my next video, I'm exposing the 7 airline tricks that are designed to make you miss your flight, and the exact steps to protect yourself and get compensated when they screw up. A 71-year-old from Chicago used one of these tactics and got $1,200 in compensation, plus a free hotel stay when her flight was delayed 4 hours. So, watch 7 airline tricks making you miss flights. 2026 compensation secrets. Next, it's right here. Don't let airlines steal your money. See you there.